Hi everyone and welcome to Doc's Thoughts. So I want to share an experience I had because I think there's a good theme to it, right? So a couple weeks ago I made a TikTok. If you guys haven't followed me on TikTok, I would encourage you to. So I'm going to do a lot of food demos there and just like some quick healthy lifestyle tips. I love that stuff, so I would love to have you check me out there. But basically it was about my kids' school lunch and how at the end of the day when I opened it, I had packed her this really nice lunch and it was some healthy stuff, some not so healthy stuff, and everything that came back at the end of the day was the healthy stuff. And we can all relate to that, right? So it had some peppers and whatever, so the healthy stuff was in the lunch. And a couple weeks after I posted it, it must have gotten shared on Facebook, and I started to see all these comments coming into my Facebook feed that I opened up one weekend, and it was like all these negative comments, and people were saying the F word. They were saying, what is your kid, a rabbit? Who feeds their kid peppers? Maybe if you fed her something she liked. Like, you guys got to check it out because they were really nasty. And my first response, as would be for any normal human being, was, oh my gosh, I'm a loser. I almost pulled it down because I was like, oh my gosh, people hate this post. I should pull it down. And then, I've learned, so I took a deep breath. I stepped back a little bit, and then I actually went and looked at the post to see what was going on. And I saw that it had over 2 million views, right? So it was perspective. And so what I want to share with you guys is a couple points, and I want you to listen to this because it's a learning experience for me, and it continues to be a learning experience for me, and I want to share that with you because I think you could learn from it as well. So first of all, when you get negative feedback, take a step back and look at the perspective, right? Because for every negative feedback you get, there's probably 10-fold, 100-fold times more positive stuff that you won't hear about this. I see this all the time. So people are really quick to, judge and say, hey, I don't like this, or I don't like what you said. They're not as quick to be positive. And specifically when I take care of people in my clinic, they're not just going to call the office and be like, oh my God, you saved my life. But I will see people in the community, or they'll bring a family member in. They'll be like, hey, do you remember that thing we did, or that thing you taught me to do, or that health thing we did? It changed my life, right? So they'll say it kind of after the fact, but it's not something you hear about as much. So always just remember that the majority of the time, there will be way more positive out there than negative. It's just a lot easier for the negativity to get shared, because it's just like the news. People love the negative stuff. It's like fun to troll and stuff like that. Second of all, this has been a game changer for me, and I try to remember it, and I try to tell my kids this all the time. When someone does something that's a hater move or a trolling move, you have to remember that they are hurting, right? So people don't come out of the womb raging and angry and picking people apart. They are wounded, they are hurting, they are sad, their body doesn't feel good. Something is going on that makes them want to bring you down as well, okay? So like when my kids get bullied, we talk about this. When people hate on me or troll me, I try to remember this, and I'm not very good at it all the time. It's not human nature to be okay getting bullied. But just, think about that. And so I wanted to share that experience with you guys because it was a powerful one for me, and it will, I'll bring it up in my head all the time when this happens again in the future, because it will. It'll probably happen today. But always realize to, put the good fight forward. Share your gifts, share your talents, speak about your truth, speak about what you're passionate about, and you will make a difference in someone's life. And hopefully someday I make a difference in yours. So with that being said, I can't wait to talk to you guys again in the next Doc's Thoughts, and let me know if you have any questions or comments.